Hello and welcome to the Work.Rest.Pray podcast, which this time has been recorded at Mucknell Abbey in Worcestershire. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Or for the sequential thinkers, 10? There again, if your musical tastes are from a certain age, you might think Motorway, title of the Tom Robinson Band's first single back in 1977. Motorways have become a theme for this month, it seems. By the end of February, I will have travelled a stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol, not twice, not 4 times, or even 6, but on 8 occasions, return trips included. To begin with, it was the first leg of the visit to Cambridge, which was featured in the previous episode. Less than a week later, into Bristol itself, revisiting my favourite haunt of Clifton, where I lived in the 1980s. A Valentine's Day meal with Jane, followed by attending the Slapstick Silent Film Festival. A real joy to be among an audience laughing at films made 100 years ago. Next week, Jane and I head off for a few days in Stratford-upon-Avon, the home of Shakespeare. We will take the opportunity to see if they really can put the correct emphasis on Hamlet's quotation. You'll need to listen to the episode called The Spoken Word to get that one. This week, I've been on retreat at another favourite place, Mucknell Abbey in Worcestershire. It's an appropriate week to be here too, for it was exactly 8 years ago that I was first admitted as an oblate, a lay member of a Benedictine monastic community. Back then it was Alton Abbey, which is sadly now closed, and I formally transferred to Mucknell last year. Going on retreat is always a time, to plug the title of my next book, it's published on 20th of March, folks, of hopes and expectations. Hopes for a period of rest and reflection without the distractions and requirements of other people and things. Expectation that in some way God will draw me closer, show me what I need to see, and help me hear what I can listen to. But it has to be said, too high expectations of myself to make the most of it. Like the travelling, I find myself on a particular stage in the journey of faith. In some respects, this has been instigated by reflections on age as well as stage, but also by the 2 questions in the episode called Coming of Age, which have continued to stay with me. Who am I becoming? Who are others becoming in my presence? I took with me Reimagining the Landscape of Faith, a book by Mary and Charles Hipsley. It's actually a book I'm reviewing, but it's very pertinent for my journey at this time. Taking the central theme of maps, the authors explore what maps show and what they don't, how maps are affected by cultural and local influences, selection and emphasis, and what might be on the next page of the atlas. There's a strong parallel there with life, isn't there? The authors suggest drawing a faith map, noting the stages, what we've seen and what we didn't, what have been the influences, what we just want to select and emphasize, and what might be next. They also add a third question to consider. What kind of person has your faith map made you to be? For me, the current stage is reminiscent of 2 significant moments in the more recent years of my faith map. One led me to travelling, exploring and becoming an oblate, and the second to becoming a voluntary chaplain. Both those times are ones which were in essence about me wanting God to show me something and lead me somewhere. This current stage in the journey, however, has the feeling of God, not me, taking the lead, so we'll see where that goes. You may like to consider or even draw your own faith map. What might be on the next page in the atlas for you?